Okay, so the 250 riders will have some strategy decisions to make, just like the 450 riders when it comes playoff time in 2023. Easy decision for you fans, though. All 31 Super Motocross World Championship events can be streamed domestically. That's here in the U.S. on Peacock. To subscribe, go to peacocktv.com/sports/supermotocross. Now we're going to play the what if game. We'll further explain how this playoff will work by using our 2022 standings, and this week we'll talk 250 class, so we can show you the way the standings would have broke down if we had playoff seeding in the 2022 championship. Daniel, what names stand out for you when we think about a three-race playoff if we had had one last year?
Well, if you're looking at the favorites, it's pretty obvious. You would have Jet, you would have Hunter, you would have Joe Shimoda, but the name that stands out to me, it's so unique, but Nate Thrasher, okay? Decent Supercross, decent motocross. I don't think he's really in the position yet in his career to win either one of those championships. But if we're talking about the Super Motocross World Championship playoff, where it's 3 rounds, hybrid tracks, I mean, how about Nate Thrasher? Why not? In his rookie year, he won the Atlanta Supercross 2 of the 3 times he was there. Remember, he was a rookie when he did that. That's a hybrid track, Supercross, kind of outdoor, a lot more speed than normal. So he did that. And then last year, the East-West Showdown in Salt Lake City, he wins that as well. So it proved that it wasn't a coast thing in East-West. He put them all together and beat them all. So for a guy who would maybe come in a little under the radar, this format, this playoff, the points, how it's weighted, someone like Nate Thrasher actually could be the winner of this thing right out of the gate in the first year of the Super Motocross World Championship playoff.
Yeah, Thrasher already has one of the weirdest career stat lines. He'll be getting 9s and 10s and then all of a sudden win against the best in the business. So who better to go out and maybe claim that first Super Motocross World Championship in the 250 class? What jumps out for me are riders who are going to split their time between both classes. So for fun, we put Christian Craig's 2022 250 total here. He was actually the 14th best combined 250 rider because he didn't race 250 motocross. He did race 450 motocross. He'd have been the 7th ranked 450 rider. And Craig's full-time 450, he doesn't have to decide anything for next year, but there will be others in that situation. Jet Lawrence, pretty much known. He's going to race a 250 in Supercross, a 450 in motocross. Which series is he going to pick, 250 or 450, for the Super Motocross World Championship playoff? And another rider who's definitely in that spot is going to be Justin Cooper. Justin Cooper is going to race some 450 Supercross races and then go back to the 250 for motocross, where he's a title favorite. He's going to stack a ton of 250 motocross points, but he won't have 250 Supercross points. He's going to have to make up seeding once we get into the playoff. I don't want to count Cooper out, but we're going to see how much of a difference seeding makes in this very first year. So that's what stands out to me.
Yeah, and Jason, the only thing he has going against him would be the seeding because he doesn't get to race the 250 Supercross. But outside of that, he's probably the favorite. I mean, Hunter Lawrence he hasn't won a championship yet. Joe Shimoda hasn't won a championship. Neither has RJ Hampshire, Michael Mosiman. Justin Cooper has won a championship. He knows how to get it done, cross the finish line, and hold up a #1 plate. So, yeah, he's going to come in a little bit behind in the seeding, but with the playoff format, the weighted points, it's not going to be that big of a deal. If it was just 3 rounds, then yeah, maybe being that far out of it, that's kind of a bummer going in. But he could very easily close that gap in the first one. And don't forget, hybrid tracks. He's really good at the pro motocross side. He's a Supercross champion. Why not Justin Cooper? Even if he come in 7, 8, something like that, I'm not worried about it.
Okay, and then let's make this even wilder. To give you an example, there's a very fast rider who isn't even on this list from last year, and that's Austin Forkner, who won a Supercross race, otherwise spent most of the year injured, didn't score a lot of points. The top 20 riders in points are automatically into the main events at the Super Motocross World Championship, but Forkner wouldn't have made it last year. I think he was ranked 23rd. But it's Austin Forkner. If he's healthy and he's fast, can he use the LCQs at all 3 rounds to get in and win the title? I think it's actually possible.
Well, 10 years from now, there will be somebody who won this thing as a #1 seed. There'll be somebody who's won this thing from a number 8 or 9 seed. History will be made in year 1, but 10 years from now, there's going to be a lot of scenarios that we don't know yet. Someone like Austin Forkner, he could be the type that could make that crazy LCQ, that pathway actually work. He would be the one.
Yeah, remember, this is the what-if game. This is 2022 points. It's all going to be different in 2023, but it just gives you an idea of how many options are going to be in strategy. Forkner, by the way, he might split his season, 250 and 450. We're hearing that rumor. So when you start thinking about all the options when playoff time comes around in 2023, definitely boggles the mind.